Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by for another video. Today we're going to be doing some pepperoni rolls, a little bit of a grocery haul, and some small cleaning. We recently went to Alabama and I made some pepperoni rolls, and I'm going to show you guys today how I make mine. Where I'm from, they are not pizza rolls, which is what I called them the first time I made them, even though they kind of look like it, but they are specifically pepperoni rolls. This is a delicacy where I'm from. This is just a little shot of our trip to Alabama. We drove through Tennessee and stopped and saw my grandparents. So you use 2 1/4 cups of warm water. It cannot be warmer than 115 or 120 or it'll kill the yeast. I have 2 1/4 teaspoon of instant active yeast. I use Fleshman's, I think is what it's called. And then you just kind of mix it together. I use 1/2 cup of white sugar. You can use 1/4 if you want. It feeds the yeast. So if you need to add a little bit more if your yeast isn't activating, you can. I have made this recipe a bazillion times, so I eyeball everything. You need a tablespoon of vegetable oil and a tablespoon of salt. As you can see, I'm just kind of eyeballing it here again. Mix it real well together. Do not use a metal bowl. I thought you could use one. I thought people were just telling me fibs or, old wives' tales, and I did, and it will not activate my yeast. Now, this is actually my bread recipe, but I stop when I'm supposed to split my bread in half to let it rise the second time, and that's just what I make my rolls out of. But here you use 6 cups bread flour. I do not use all-purpose flour. I use specifically bread flour. Sorry, y'all. And like I said, I normally make this at home in my stand-up mixer, but I didn't have one, so I'm doing everything here by hand. And I tell you what, I've been spoiled with my mixer. I have not had to knead bread in forever. It's not a big deal, but my goodness, I guess first world problems, right? But here I am just kneading it. If you're not familiar with kneading it, you just kind of pull it apart with the palms of your hand until it doesn't rip apart. You can do the window test where you take a little piece off and pull it apart and see if you can see through it. But I put the actual recipe in the description box below. Like I said, I do make my own bread. That's just how I've done it for the last few years. It's cheaper that way. It's easier for me, but it's easier because I stay at home. And now my kids just kind of prefer it that way. Like I said earlier about the sugar, that just kind of all depends on whether you like it sweet or not. I like mine a little bit sweeter. Some people don't. But I've been making these homemade pepperoni rolls for about 4 or 5 years maybe. And I think it's the bread that really sets it apart. You can make them with like the little yeast rolls that you buy in the freezer section. You just thaw them out. You can do it that way. Normally at home, this wouldn't be such a long process if I didn't actually have to knead. Because if you're kneading by hand, you need to knead for about 7 to 10 minutes. If it's in a mixer, I can get away with 5 minutes, sometimes 2, sometimes less. So you take a tablespoon of oil and you put it in your bowl, and then you kind of coat the dough around it, and then you let it sit with a towel over top of it for 30 minutes. And then as you can see, this is 30 minutes later. I just buy my pepperoni at Sam's and a big thing of cheese. And it just depends on what your taste is. I don't know what it is, but 5 seems to be the magic number of my pizza slices that I like to put in my pepperoni roll. And then I do like a real heavy pinch of cheese. Here, what I'm doing is you just picking it apart. I get about 23 balls off of mine. This would normally make 2 loaves of bread, but yeah, 23 balls. You can get between 20, 25. It just really depends. I don't know why I chose the number 23. I got a thing for odd numbers. But as you can see, I'm setting them here, and then I normally have a little, I don't know why I can't think of what it is, a roller that I roll mine out, but you can use a cup or whatever. My 4-year-old's over off camera doing it, and he helped get rid of that extra pepperoni too. But you just roll them flat. You can spray your pan. I spray my pan down. I preheat my oven to about 375. And when mine are finished, I like to put a little bit of butter on top and sprinkle some garlic salt. You don't have to do that. Well, obviously you don't have to do whatever you don't want to. But that's what I do with mine. And I like to take a couple little teeny things, a string of cheese, and just roll it over the top, and it gives it that real pretty look at the end, I think. So when you're finished with rolling them up, and then you kind of pinch them at the top, then you just throw it in the oven for about 15 minutes. I start checking on them about 12 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit less time. It just depends on how much you make, but just till they've got a real golden brown at the top, on the top of it. And then, like I said, if you want, put a little bit of butter on top and a little bit of garlic salt once you've pulled them out. And I think these personally are best to eat hot. I know some people don't care, but here's what they look like when they're finished. I like them hot, and then or reheat them. So here we are. I'm just trying to change this video up a little bit. This was incredibly satisfying to watch. I love to blow leaves, but here we are. We're back at my house, and this is obviously my backyard. And I was just blowing leaves, but it was really satisfying to watch. It was satisfying to blow the leaves halfway across the yard too. I don't know, that instant progress. And yes, I'm wearing some overalls. I have got a sweatshirt tucked in it. I'm not that lumpy. I'm lumpy, but I'm not that lumpy. But I've got one of those Black & Decker, I think it's Black & Decker maybe, and it's got just a little battery in the back, so it doesn't last very long, which is good because my arm doesn't last very long either. But I just blow them to one end of my yard. Sometimes I put them in my garden to decompose, and sometimes we burn them. It just depends. Sometimes I just let them sit. Hey y'all, here's my food haul. It's just a really small grocery trip. I had to go in and pick up a prescription in the pharmacy, so I grabbed a couple things. I got these baby Brussels sprouts with they're lightly sauced. I think I got about 10 of them. Some 2% milk. We go through milk so quickly in this house. Scour Daddy. Some pumpkin cider tarts. Maple and sugar drizzle. Vanilla cookie. I have these plastic bowls and cups so the kids won't ding up my good stuff. Y'all can hear Joe in the background. Some different cheeses, roasted garlic. Is it Munster or Munster? Gouda. I'm gonna make these for dinner. Sizzle steaks, I have no idea what they are. We like real thin steaks, so that'll be good. Mason makes, he makes milk, or not milkshakes, but smoothies. So I got him unsweetened almond milk to go with it too. Some potatoes. We like frosted mini wheats. His vanilla yogurts go with it. Real excited about these. Pumpkin spice Febreze. Look y'all, they got a new scent. I've been buying mine at Sam's, but when I went to Walmart, I saw these new scents. I really like these. So I think I spent about $110 on all this. But we're a family of 7, so this is just a real small haul. Oh y'all, look at this. I love these lighters because they're really easy to light my candles with. They're not too long, and because I will set my fake nails on fire, but it's not too funny. All right, y'all, I'm gonna do a little dinner idea type segment. I'm gonna make these sizzle steaks. I'm not really sure what they're beef chucks shoulder. We like thin ribeyes normally, but they're really hard to find. Then I was gonna do some baked potatoes with probably some frozen broccoli that I'll heat up in the microwave. So this is what I'm gonna put on my steak. Just a little bit of Worcestershire Montreal steak seasoning. It's what I use for most of everything, and then this minced garlic that I get at Sam's. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. It looks good though. I think they're supposed to almost look like maybe steakums. Well, I hope they taste better than steakums. This is all actually in the same day. I don't normally change my clothes as many times. Well, the pepperoni rolls weren't the same day, but everything else at my house was. I was getting ready to run on my treadmill after I changed my bed sheets and stuff out. I have a duvet cover over my comforter. I'm tell you what, I do not know why my husband and I thought we could have a white comforter, because that's actually what's underneath it. Yeah, so we bought one of those duvet covers, which he doesn't understand the purpose of it. He says I should just buy a new comforter, but I don't think he realizes how expensive they are. I love my comforter. It's super soft and super comfy, but here I am. This is later on that evening. I went to church too, so it was a full day, and that's why my clothes are changed again. And oh, I was getting mad at this. It's about to plop off. I don't normally have this much trouble with it, but these sheets, they are London Fog, and they are my first set of really nice sheets that I've ever bought. I guess it's I'm old enough, I should already be an adult, but it really made me feel like an adult. I got them at Sam's. They were on sale, and they are so soft. I don't know the thread count. I'm sure it's something high, but anyway, I don't know how to put this back in here. It takes like 2 days before I can get the comforter right back in the way, and it feels like it expands. Any of y'all got any tips? I hope you don't have tips and tricks to get this comforter back in the duvet cover properly or easier. But I was just putting my bed and stuff back together. Yeah, this was definitely, see, it shrinks up over there on the side, then shrinks up over there, and but I don't know what else to do. I don't want another comforter to store, so these duvet covers will just have to do. I love all my pillows. I don't care if it's basic or whatever you call it, but I do. I love my pillows. It makes me feel like I'm in a queen or king's bed or something, you know. My silly skulls. And my zombie pinup girls. Well, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys come back. It means the world to me that y'all take your time out of your day. Y'all have a blessed one.